When the Cowboy Sings. Songs, stories, and
We're
lyrics.
from the live music capital of the world here in Austin, Texas. And every week we do these shows, and we're amazed at some of our guests. But this time, Freddie, we've kind of outdone ourselves this time.
It's getting better and better, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a guy that Freddie's been friends with forever, and I've known been friends with a long time, but they actually lived together up on Lake Shasta for 10
Wait a
years.
minute, you may have gone too far.
Well, I didn't mean it like that.
Okay, good.
Well, I'll
But,
tell you.
Freddie, you introduce.
Okay. We got Johnny Gimble with us for one guy.
Yeah, we got
He's
Johnny.
one
I ain't
hell of a
lived with
musician.
Johnny either.
And we got old Don Markham over there.
Don Markham's here. We got
But
B.B. Morris, our new bass player.
He's bass player. Baby, he's been with me for a long time, but he's new to us. And our special guest, ladies and gentlemen, one of the world's greatest songwriters, and that's my friend Merle Haggard. We're honored to have you, Merle.
Nice to be here, Bill. I'm
Well,
just
it's
putting you
nice to
on
have-
there.
nice to
I
have
didn't
you
mean to
here.
interrupt your intro. You were
No,
saying a lot of
I
nice
didn't.
things about us there, wasn't he, Fred?
He was trying to, wasn't he, boy? I'm telling you.
This
You had
gotta
to
be,
study real hard to think of something, you know.
This should be the easiest show we've ever done. I've heard so many Freddie and Merle stories.
Oh, man, we did some things. We were out on that lake out there. We called them the years on the lake. It was our private life that nobody really knew about. You know, there was some of it made its way to the tabloid, but very little of the truth. There was some great years we spent out on the lake, about 10 altogether, and I met my current wife, and we lived there for some time on the lake before we had our first child, and that's what ended the lake life for us. Because when we had our first child, Janessa, we had to move off the water. We was afraid she'd dive in or something.
It was a wonderful time. We used to call that the spree of '83. Remember that? About '83, we were fired up.
Well, yeah, it started out that time in '79. It worked its way up to '83.
Right.
That's just when you came
That's
in.
when I started, about the early '80s. Yeah.
Yeah, it started when we won all them awards down there, and everybody wanted me to work, and I didn't want to. And Gimble, I couldn't get Gimble on the fiddle for one thing, and I didn't know how to play.
Oh, come on.
Well, boy, I'll
I've
tell you.
enjoyed you since 1970, I'll say that.
70? That's
Yep.
when we
You were just a
first
mere
started.
kid. You were a middle-aged kid about that time. So.
Well, you didn't know anything about me, but I knew about you as many as several years before that, as early as I seen you the night you got fired. Bob Wills fired your butt.
You got fired?
You got fired?
was you
We got
watching
him
me
on the
like
Roger
I was a
and Hammerhead
hawk?
show.
I was watching you like you was a hawk.
I'll
Well,
tell
it's
you,
been
Merle
fun. We've
Haggard's
had good
written a lot of
times.
great songs, and he's been doing one today that he and a friend of his, Max D. Barnes, have been working on together. And I'm not sure exactly what the story is, Merle, but I know you want to do that song.
Well, I had this song, and I didn't like the melody I had, and I knew this guy that was real good at putting melodies together and everything, and it was my friend. It was Max D. Barnes. He's been voted Songwriter of the Year a couple of times down there in Nashville, Tennessee. He lived down there in Nashville, you know. So I called him on the phone, and on the phone and between the phone and the fax machine, we wrote 3 or 4 songs. 4 songs, I think, we got going here, and
Why would you
I'm
do
going to
it?
record at least all of them. And, and if I live to New Year's Eve, we're going to record them.
Good.
We'll try to do a new one here that's never been recorded, if you want to hear it.
Yeah, I'd love to hear. I haven't
Okay,
even
you heard
learned
us.
it.
Yeah.
Crazy moon, you shine just like there's nothing wrong. Crazy moon, don't you know my baby's gone? I told her she could leave or change her tune. Crazy me, crazy moon, crazy moon, your silver light can't find the ground, 'cause you're in the sky before and I'm need to join another lonely afternoon. Crazy me, crazy moon. Crazy moon, couldn't you see she's not here? Crazy moon, don't you know I still care? And I'm going to need to hold her pretty soon. Crazy arms, crazy moon.
All right.
Well, that's a pretty song. That's good, Max. Max is in our audience out here.
Yeah, Max, congratulations to both you guys.
Yeah, both of you. That's a great song.
Did I do all right? I missed a word there. I got what I was singing about crazy me or crazy moon, but
I told Merle earlier I'd like that song a whole lot more if I had a little piece of it.
Yeah, I would too.
we come down there one time to do an album with Willie, with a Poncho and Lefty album, and I just got through writing Reasons to Quit. And I sang it for Willie, and I was really excited. And he said, "Was any part of that written on these premises?"
I remember that.
This is one that you and I and Willie wrote.
That's right.
Now this is
Tell a story about this.
story behind
There
this.
is a
You
great
want me to
story
tell it?
behind this. Yes, I
Well,
will.
you'd been down here with Willie, and you came back up at the boat, and you said, Willie had a good idea for a song. And I said, what is it? He said, Place to Fall Apart. So that was, and I said, yeah, that is a good title. So that was all that was said about that. And one night you and I were at the Opryland Hotel, and you asked me, said, have you written anything about your current divorce? I said, no, I haven't. He said, why not? I said, I don't want to write anything about my current divorce. And he said, well, you know, I said, yeah, I said, I'd like to write her a letter, just ask her a few questions. And he said, why don't you write that letter? And I said, I don't want to really do it. I said that if, you know, talking about it so we could write a song about it or something. He said, well, write the letter just like he's going to mail it, and we'll extract the song right out of the midst of it. So we did. I wrote this letter, imaginary letter. And this is what happened. We took this right out of the letter. I'll probably never see you eye to eye again. This letter's meant to be my last farewell. But you need to understand I'm nearly crazy. You need to know my life has gone to hell. Write me back and tell me why it ended. Send a letter that I can show my heart. I'll be somewhere between I love you, what you're feeling now, looking for a place to fall apart. Looking for a place to fall apart. Trying to find a place I can leave my heart. I need to be somewhere hiding when I feel the teardrops start. Looking for a place to fall apart. I can't seem to justify you're leaving me. I'm bewildered as to how it all came down. I thought everything was fine till your phone call. The call that turned my world around. Hey, send me word. Tell me why. I need some final proof to show my heart. I'll be somewhere between I love you and what you feel now. Looking for a place to fall apart. Major 7.
Well, I've been doing that song in a different key. I'm sorry.
You have. Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's a great song, Earl.
I liked it. I liked it the minute we got through writing, and we sent Willie his part. Remember
We
said,
sure did.
you'll find Willie's name on there. And,
He deserves it. He needs it. Heaven
he needs
knows,
it.
You know.
He needs it. With all his many
He's probably going
ventures.
around bragging about having our names on his song.
I bet he
with him.
brags about that a lot. You know, being on there with us, famous as we are.
I'll tell you. They used to say infamous. Infamous, you know,
Infamous
that
as we
unfamous
are.
is what scares me. Sounds like unfamous, you know.
Why don't you sing something you and I wrote? Do all I want to do is sing my
Oh, I love that song.
song. You ever hear this from Bill?
We actually wrote this song for a closing. It was meant to be a closing song. All I want to do is sing my song. Don't want to think about the times that things went wrong. I just want to ease my mind, but the memory's much too strong. And all I want to do is sing my song. All I want to do is sing my song. It's the only way to pacify my mind until I'm strong. Something about the melody makes the nights not seem so long. And all I want to do is sing my song. All I want to do is sing my song. Maybe I'll find somebody else to help me sing along. Something about the melody makes the nights not seem so long. And all I want to do is sing my song. supposed to be doing this. You're supposed to be doing the singing here. This is you're our special guest tonight.
Oh, he can second real good.
What do
He
you wanna
does
sing,
second. He
brother?
seconds good. Merle used to close the show for me.
Did he?
You over-
I bet you you're better. Did you draw better crowds when he was closing for you?
I drew a lot better crowd.
Merle, you know you're somebody else.
I am.
Sing one of your favorites.
Let's do a Jimmy Rogers song
Oh,
just for
yeah.
fun of it. I was a stranger passing through your town. I was a stranger passing through your town. When I asked you a favor, good gal, you turned me down. Honey, I'm so lonesome, I don't know what to do. Yeah, I'm so lonesome, I don't know what to do. The way you treat me, mama, Lord, I hope you're lonesome too. Lord, 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 play it on. Mississippi, fool about Tennessee. I love Mississippi, fool about Tennessee. But these here Texas women about got the best of me. You got Texas woman, play one. Barbara. Pretty mama got me a bulldog too. But I got me a pretty mama, got me a bulldog too. My pretty mama, she don't love me, but my god dog bulldog do.
Oh, that's the way to go.
God dog.
pretty much.
When did you write that?
I was sitting over a while ago doing something over at Willie's place, and we was doing a song that was recorded back, about 1940, and he looked over to me and he said, did they have songwriters back in 1940s?
Or they, yeah, you said, or do they just make them up?
Did they just make that up? Or?
You know, I never did hear any songwriting songs. I heard, here's an old Bob Wells tune, here's an old Jimmy Davis tune. You know, you never did hear what the writers were. You guys are just now getting your credit. And if anybody needs credit, it's songwriting.
We need credit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what this show's all
I need
about.
our credit.
I owe a lot to these guys, and they owe everybody else.
Right.
Well, let's
I'll
hear
tell you
another
what,
Merle Haggard
I
song.
need a lot of credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to hear another Merle Haggard.
Let's hear a Merle song.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a Jimmy Rogers song.
Good.
Let's see. A Merle Haggard song.
He must have written a couple
You're really
of them.
hitting below the belt. Asked me to come on here.
Well, I don't know
Do
whether
an
you
old
do
Merle
it,
Haggard
but
song.
I don't know whether you do that anymore. One of your favorite songs to me you ever did was My Favorite Memories.
Well,
Man, that was a great song.
That is
It is a great song.
you don't have no meter to it. I mean, you know,
Just listen to you play here.
the first time we met is a favorite memory of mine. They said time changes all it pertains to, but your memory is stronger than time. I guess everything does change except what you choose to recall. There's a million good daydreams to dream on, but baby, you are my favorite memory of all. Like the night we made love in the hallway and slept all night long on the floor. Like the winter we spent on Lake Shasta, along colder than ever. I remember that London vacation. It was you made the whole thing a ball. There's a million good daydreams to dream on, but baby, you are my favorite memory of all. Sing with me, everybody. First time we met is a favorite memory of mine. They said time changes all it pertains to. Your memory is stronger than time. I guess everything does change except what you choose to recall. There's a million good daydreams to dream on, but baby, you are my favorite memory of all.
Oh, that's sure Merle Haggard right there. Woo! That's great, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Well, that's my favorite, one of them.
Thank you, Bill. You wrote a nice song
Thank
since
you.
I saw you last time.
Yeah, thank you.
You're really doing good with your.
I'm working on it. I'm
He's
working.
doing pretty good on his guitar playing too, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yes,
Yeah.
who's showing him all that
I was
stuff.
bragging about him to my wife a while ago. I told her, really amazed with the way you'd come on with it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've been working on it hard, but you guys, a lot of stuff I haven't learned. A lot of it I'd have trouble learning.
You never did see him sell cars, did you?
I can
No.
sell
He was
cars.
one hell of a
was
car
good
salesman,
at
I'll tell you.
that.
He'd try anything, he said, told me.
Well, Willie said there wasn't much difference changing from con man to songwriter. Anyway.
Would you buy a used song from him? Oh, man.
Well, Merle, this is your show, really. When you come on here, it's your show.
You ought to do
Makes no difference now what kind of life fate hands me. I'll get along without them now, it's plain to see. I don't care what happens next, I'll get by somehow. I don't worry, 'cause it makes no difference now. Say what, Don? It was just a year ago when I first met you. I learned to love you and I thought you loved me too. Oh, but that's all in the past. I'll get by somehow, 'cause I don't worry, 'cause it makes no difference now. No, I don't worry, 'cause it makes no difference now.
Go, Brother Floyd.
Brother Floyd, I was just, we visited with him there on that a while ago.
Yeah.
And I just got a call from New York. Somebody actually said, hey, as big as Texas is, I was down there in Texas, and the guys in New York, he said, see if you can find out about Floyd's health. And then I walked in, and here's Floyd sitting there. It wasn't 10 minutes prior that I'd talked to
looks
this
good,
guy.
too.
And I said, well, I'm going to see him, believe it or not, in 10 minutes.
Somebody's in charge somewhere.
Yeah, they
Somebody's
are.
in charge.
Who?
How about another
Floyd,
great...
Floyd's in charge.
You know,
You know that song, that makes no difference. I've got to get in here and say something.
you go right ahead.
When I was a kid, we went to Mineola, Texas to play. I was learning to play. And
What was you doing down there?
I don't know. I grew up. That's where I grew out. I never did grow up. But anyway, that song was on a jukebox, and it played so much that there was a truck driver threw the jukebox through the plate glass window in Mineola. That's how popular it was. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Cliff Brenner's
You told me the
record.
same thing about San Antonio Rose.
Did I?
You said San Antonio Rose.
No, well, that was in Lindale.
Oh, really?
Speaking of, you know what? We can't get out of here without doing Today I'll Start Loving You Again, because I have somebody in the audience that asked me 3 times.
Today I started loving you again, and I'm right back where I've really always been. I got over you just long enough to let my heart again. Then today I started loving What a fool I was. Think I could get by with only these few million tears I cried. I should have known the worst was yet to come, and that crying time for me had just begun. Today I started loving you again, and I'm right back where I've really always been. I got over you just long enough to let my heart again. And the day I started loving you again. Play
Pure Merle there too, boy.
That ought to sell. I'm telling you, there's nothing I can think about I'd rather do right now than sit down with you, Merle, and play with all you guys. We don't see each other enough anymore, you know what?
Well, I know. We need to do it more often.
See, I don't have a job, so you can come see me easier.
There's very few things that I would leave my home for and come and do. And that's the biggest lie I ever told.
Maybe the second biggest.
Before it gets written down as a lie.
Oh my goodness. Well, we're doing
I'll tell you,
That makes good talk.
We are glad to have
I
you.
promised a 4-year-old boy and a 7-year-old girl and my wife that I wouldn't do anything in December. And we're not doing anything. We're just having fun.
We're having fun, that's
I
right.
brought them with me, so I guess
Yeah, they're having fun.
that's all right. But I like what you're doing here. We talked about this out there, and you guys have made a reality out of it. It's very nice.
Well, we're glad to have you on here.
You know, it's a tough thing nowadays, songwriters, old Merle, speaking of songwriters, it's tough for them to get their songs heard. And oh man, that's the hardest thing in the world. Not for you,
No,
not for you, but some of us
Merle.
guys. But
know,
we thought this song helped, you know, some of the songwriters air their songs and get a chance. I mean, you don't need your songs aired. People lined up to hear your songs.
Oh, bull. That's not true, Fred. I can't hardly get a song cut. It's like Kiss of Death if I wrote the thing. Because somebody, I talked to a program director on some of these stations they call country. And they said that they didn't want anything that caused anybody to look up from what they was doing or that would disturb their emotions.
What did he say?
And I'm kind of like Willie. I don't want to be associated with them, you know.
Yeah.
If that's the way they criteria the music, that's the word they use, the criteria.
That's a good word.
That's a nice word.
It don't really, I don't know. You know, I never heard about it until here lately when they started taking things away from it.
That cry part came in
Oh, it's
pretty good.
criteria in the time again.
It's like every few days they take something else away from us.
Yeah, yeah.
Airplay, you know, and the fat. So what'll be next? I mean, you know, what's there left for guys like you and me? Motorcycle?
Motorcycles.
Motorcycle.
We're settled down. We can't chase around much like we used to, you know. Merle and I spent almost 10 years being single together. It was one hell of a transition, I will tell you that, getting back to the settling down.
I bet it was lonesome, wasn't it?
Freddie wrote a good song about that. You ought to do that song.
Which one?
We learned nearly everything we
Huckleberry
knew
thing.
during those 10 years because we were so lonely.
I know it. We
You
were
wanna
so
do that?
lonesome. No, I'm going to let Merle do this. I don't want to be singing.
Ah,
Merle, sing another Merle Haggard song.
you help me with this, okay? You stayed with me, thick and thin. You watch me lose, you watch me win.
You pick me up off of the ground. You never one time let me down.
Whoop.
And you put me on a natural road.
It's your show.
I can fly. I can fly. I was drowning in a sea of make-believe, as helpless as a falling leaf. You gave your hand to me that day. You did it 'cause you're made that way.
And you put me on a natural high,
And I can fly.
I can fly.
Merle. Thank you so much for recording that song, because that song right there is the first song that I wrote when we were together that I wrote by myself. The rest, most of those songs are the early songs. They were you and I, of the songs that we wrote together, I meant. That's the first one I wrote by
That
myself.
went to number one.
That was the number one, yeah. Thanks to you know who.
Max D. Barnes made me feel good. He said that, you know, we're talking about not getting no airplay. I think they play me pretty good because he said that song that I did of his in the next live got one of the best checks he'd ever got in his life. He said, I don't know. Who told you they weren't playing you?
Yeah.
You told me that. IRS don't know that, I guess. Well, they know everything anyway, so. But, you know, some of those old standards, you know, the things that people ask me, sometimes they ask me, how come you don't do in the next live for some of these later tunes or Beer Can Hill? I said, well, I'd have to take Mama Tried and Working Man Blues off the show, and don't have time. And they play those on the radio, and I'm kind of bragging a little bit, but I mean, what can I say but thank you? And I don't understand, you know, if they don't play, you know, they don't play the new ones, that's all right, because they're playing the old ones. They play Mama Tried and Working Man Blues, and some of those things that we made years ago.
Your old songs are so embedded into people's minds, though. You know, they want to hear those old songs. When I was on the road with you, I know they wanted to hear those old songs. Merle tried to sneak a new song in on them.
Well, that's what
wanted to
they
hear.
said to me. The program director said, "Hey," said, "don't, hey, it's raining, isn't it?"
Listen, isn't that beautiful? This tin roof here, Bill. This is it.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
That's why we put on a tin roof right there.
It's raining
So
in
they
Texas.
play more of your songs.
So they play more songs.
Anyway, I can't say anything but thank you because they play some of them every day, and if I ever get one better, I guess they'll put it back. I'll put it on. But the new stuff's what I have a hard time getting played.
Yeah. I was talking to Larry Scott a while back, disc jockey up at KVOO Tulsa. He plays your stuff. Matter of fact, if you're around here at midnight, boy, he'd enjoy a call from you.
Who's that?
Larry Scott. Is
Oh, Scott, Larry.
Yeah,
Larry,
you know
I know
Larry.
Scott real well. I've known him ever since I started in the business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen him not long ago. I'm surprised that he was doing so well. He's been up there, I guess. That's a great station to
That's
be
a great country station. Yeah.
KVOO. That's where Bob Wills did the noonday broadcast from,
Yes, sir.
for those of you that are taking notes.
Let's do a couple of songs before we have to get out of here. They're going to tell us we have to get out of here in a few minutes.
Okay, let's do. I could be holding you tonight. Could quit doing wrong, start doing right. You don't care about what I think I'll just stay here and drink. Button you down, don't square no. At least you know what way I feel. Take all the money in the bank. Think I'll just stay here and drink. Listen close and you can hear that loud jukebox playing in my ear. Ain't no woman gonna change the way I think. Think I'll just stay here and drink. Hurting me now don't mean a thing. Since love ain't here, don't feel no pain. My mind ain't nothing but a total blank. Think I'll just stay here and drink. bit of Brown, little Betty Brown for me. Did you play that?
Can he
You
play it?
You studied it.
He's got to clear his throat to play this one.
I haven't been a lucky songwriter. I've just read a few tunes, but I got enough. Merle Haggard and Randy Travis did a tune that I wrote in 1948, and I recorded it with Bob Wells, recorded it in 1963, and then y'all did it in what, 1990? I always say, don't give up. It takes 40 years. But learn to cut hair in the meantime, or do something to feed the family. This is a tune that's from years ago, and I thought of some words to G. It's in G. There's a sweet little miss with a sugar and a kiss who lives on the other side of town. She's about so high with a twinkle in her eye, and her name is Little Betty Brown. Oh, what a gal, the sweetest thing around. Gonna be my wife the rest of my life, my sweet Miss Little Betty Brown. When I take her out on a Saturday night, the boys all look her up and down. Right away they see she belongs to me, my sweet Miss Little Betty Brown. Singing, oh, what a gal, the sweetest thing around. Gonna be my wife the rest of my life, my sweet Miss Little Betty Brown. Let's see, when the corn's laid by and the cotton knee-high along about the middle part of June, gonna take her by the hand of the preacher man, then for a long honeymoon. Oh, what a gal, the sweetest thing around. Gonna be my wife the rest of my life, my sweet Miss Little Betty Brown. Betty and I'll be happy as a puppy in the sun. There'll be things to do and a young'un or two to hug when the day is done. Oh, what a gal, the sweetest thing around. Gonna be my wife the rest of my life, my sweet Miss Little Betty Brown.
Well, I wish I knew that one.
That's pretty good. That's a good song.
That's the first time I ever did that. Thank you very much, Merle. You make me feel so
You are so
nervous.
good. Yeah.
You don't want to do Huckleberry, do you?
I'll learn that next time.
One time, me and Roy Nichols fell off from nervous talking about the great Roy. In case he gets to see this.
Oh, I hope so.
We went all the way across town to meet you one night over in first time we met you out there in that parking lot. Remember? We made you play Brown Skin Gal, and I think it was damn near raining. It was kind of like tonight. And we'd been trying to learn Brown Skin Gal, and we said, please show us how that goes. Does it break meter, or doesn't it, or whatever?
There wasn't no parking lot. I was recording with Lefty on a session, playing fiddle, and Merle walked right in the middle of the session and came over to me. I'd heard him, of course, but I'd never met him, and he said, can you play Brown Skin Gal like Bob? And I said,
Like
yeah, I think so. And Merle said, well, play it for me. And we was working, he didn't know anything about that. And I said, let's wait till the session's over. But anyway, we did it, and then you used that as an opener for your Bob Wills tribute.
We're getting this
I
talk
want to say
show.
thanks to all the people that Merle brought back to the Western Swing fold.
You bet you.
Playing the Bob Wills stuff.
Thank you.
Listen, you guys, I don't know how Freddie wrote that song about you two, Merle, about Huckleberry, Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn.
Oh, sing that for him.
That's supposed to be Merle. Supposed to be
Oh,
Merle.
come on, that's what it is. It's a song about
it's a
me.
song about your life.
I can't record it. It's kind of like that song I wrote about Tommy Collins that Leonard sang.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I wrote it about him. He couldn't record it. And I said, stupid, I asked you to cut it.
Well, this song Freddie wrote about him and Merle's life up there back in the 80s.
While watching the bubbles in my beer disappear, my mind is taken far away from here to a better way of living, to a world much more forgiving. We were just like children who had run away from home. That old jukebox plays a lots of memories. It takes me back to 1983, floating down the river, sailing on the wind, and living like Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. Well, I'm thankful for the memories I'm able to recall. Me and Huckleberry, we had ourselves a ball, writing songs of broken love and places we had been, and living like Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. We call at the spree of '83, old Huckleberry and me, floating down the river, sailing on the wind, and living like Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. Now if you see old Huckleberry out there in the west, just tip your hat and tell him Tom Sawyer sends his best. And take another quarter, play that song again, written by Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. Ali-ole, ali-ole, ali-dee-da-lo-le, ali-dee.
All right.
Right out of know you could yodel. I learned that yodeling from you, partner. You know, it's about time for us to get out of here. I would like to have Merle close the show out with a song here,
Okay.
if you wouldn't mind something.
Good night. Little sweetheart. Good night. I've enjoyed every moment with you. I know that the stars up in heaven are all getting jealous of me too. Good night, little sweatshirt. Good night. Partings make me feel blue, and after you're gone, cigarette smoke lingers on. Good night, little sweetheart. Good night.
Johnny Gimble, Don Markham. And it's one of the best shows I think we've had, Merle. We really appreciate you coming
Been
down.
fun for me, Bill.
Oh, we enjoyed it. Merle Haggard, man. I don't know where we go from here, but it's been a good one. Thanks a lot for watching. Y'all come back and see us
Good
next
night,
week.
everybody. Yes, yes. Good night, little sweetheart. Good night.
So long, everybody. We'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.